And we're going to be firstly getting to know the action group which is called City Blueprints. I'd like to introduce Mr. Richard Hellman. Please come and join us up on the stage, Richard, from Fundación CTM. I hope I've got that right. Now, the City Blueprints is about the application and assessment scheme for the sustainability of both municipal water management systems, and also it's a community of practice amongst different cities, I assume. Is that about right?
Yes, that's about right. Good morning, everybody. I'm one of those bright, intelligent people that Thomas Mitchell was talking about. Although I'm not going to put that to the vote. The reason why I believe I'm a bright, intelligent person is, first of all, because my mother always told me so, and I always believed my mother. And secondly, because I was sufficiently clever enough to become the coordinator of a project that was created by KWR and a team led by Kees van Leuven, which has now counts with the JRC, the Joint Research Center, with the OECD, with the World Bank, and with states such as the State of Israel, together with a number of European regions, universities, and companies. And what we are trying to do is that we are trying to show that the bottom-up approach is not only possible, but it's also favorable for all of those sectors involved in the world of water. So there's a very much a philosophical base as well to our work, which is extremely practical, which is the creation of a visual model which shows individual cities what they are doing well and what they are doing badly. When they know that, they then have a tool to correct something which we all need to depend on, which is public awareness. Awareness of the 500 million citizens which Kees van Leuven was referring to earlier this morning. Therefore, it is necessary to work to create that awareness for the benefit of creating a consensus amongst local communities, the communities closest to the citizens, the communities closest to those people who can really change the attitude towards water, not just in Europe, but in all the regions of the world. And then at the same time, involve those citizens together with experts from all sectors of society, for all sectors involved in the world of water, to in a way that we create a series of implementation plans that will benefit both industry, the research and development sector, the world of academics, the politicians themselves, but above all, the end user. If that consciousness exists, if that consensus exists, then we will have political continuity. Because believe me, no matter what the pressures of industry, no matter what the pressures of the research and development sector, which is what I represent, counts for nothing if there is not political continuity. And political continuity we will only guarantee if we are involving from the very beginning the citizens. And that is what City Blueprint sets out to do from the very first moment in a visual way. Does that answer your question?
It does more than answer the question. I think you've probably spoken in this parliament before by the sounds of it. Thank you very much.
I forgot to mention that in my CV I'm also the ex-president of the European Commission, but I thought it...
I'd be interested in knowing, in terms of concrete results, what does the project aim to create? How are you going to measure it? Is it something which you might measure in terms of, I don't know, employment, in terms of just awareness?
There are three principal results which we're looking for and which we're already beginning to achieve. The first result is the involvement of cities, not just in Europe, but all over the world. We at the moment have been working recently with cities as varied as Melbourne in Australia to Dar es Salaam, from cities in Canada, Istanbul, Ho Chi Minh City, Bucharest, Lyon. I'm just giving you some examples here. The last city that we received the information from who joined was Jerusalem, the city of Jerusalem, and at the same time we also received information from Bethlehem. So we're also working as well at a higher political level so that not only can the different sectors come together, but also different regions from around the world can exchange information, learn from each other, learn what they have done well, but learn also what they have done incorrectly. Then yesterday in our EIP Action Plan meeting, we have a meeting once every month. Yesterday in the meeting, we have already approved Phase 2. Phase 2 will be to make the most of that public awareness, which we believe we have created, so that then we can start implementing practical solutions to maintain that public consensus, to guarantee work for all of those people who are represented here today. That's very important. And then finally, what we are looking for is economic diversification. This is one of the reasons why the OECD has become so closely involved with us, because they want, through their Green Skills project, to promote employment through economic diversification, through sustainable policies. City Blueprint is also reflecting that. And so we're very much now already in the middle of the process.
Excellent. Well, I had a lot more questions, but I'd like to just finish by asking you if you had 3 wishes for the Action Group, what would they be?
Well, the first wish would be that I'd like to have a statue of myself outside this Parliament building here, but that will come. What I'm looking for, first of all, what we're looking for as an Action Group, first of all, is that absolutely everybody from all the sectors, all the people who are here represented here today, feel free to come and participate in City Blueprints. We're actually going to be doing you a huge favour, and you're going to be doing us a favour, because we're then avoiding the fragmentation which has already been mentioned earlier this morning. That's the first thing. Secondly, we are looking for the involvement of the citizens. Water has a problem. It is not politically visual. Even for example, I live in Spain, which has already been mentioned today, has a problem with droughts. Believe me, for the man in the street, if the water is coming out of the tap, the people are not aware of water issues. They are certainly not aware of what we are trying to do here today. They have to become aware, they have to become involved, because then we will be here for the next 20 years working well, continuously, steadily, and achieving results instead of just sitting here every year and talking about it. And finally, what I want to achieve, and what we want to achieve as a city group, is a benefit for everybody in the sector, a win-win situation. And that, I believe, is that we're on the road to achieving now.
Excellent. Richard, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Richard?